You ever stop and think about your brain? This 3-pound blob of electrified pudding in your skull can ponder the universe, create art, and learn quantum physics. But it's also the same organ that makes you walk into a room and completely forget why you're there. Today, we're celebrating that glorious incompetence by looking at the tiny brain glitches that secretly run your life. Let's get right into it. Number 7 is the Amnesia Doorframe. You know this one intimately. You're sitting on the couch, deep in a YouTube spiral when you realize you're thirsty. A simple mission. You stand up, walk with the confidence of a Roman general into the kitchen, cross the threshold, and stop. The thought has evaporated. Your mind is a perfect, serene blank. Why are you here? What was the goal? You stand there for a solid 10 seconds, staring at your refrigerator as if it holds the secrets to the cosmos, before trudging back to the living room defeated, only to have the thought, "I need water," slam back into your head the second you sit down. This infuriating little loop is a real, documented phenomenon called the doorway effect. Scientists who study this, and yes, they get paid to make people walk through doorways, call it an event boundary. Your brain, in its quest to be efficient, compartmentalizes your memories based on location. When you're in the living room, you're in the living room scene. All your current thoughts and goals are filed under that event. But when you walk through a doorway, you cross a physical and mental threshold into a new scene. Your brain, like an overzealous stagehand, immediately clears the stage. It assumes the goals from the previous scene are no longer relevant, and archives them to free up mental RAM for the new location. It's the brain's equivalent of closing one application on a computer to open another. It doesn't bother asking if you wanted to save your progress. It just force-quits your previous intention. So no, you're not getting early onset dementia. Your brain is just running a ruthless memory management program that considers doorways to be the perfect place to dump its cache. You are an innocent victim of your own neural architecture. Number 6 is the everywhere phenomenon. You learn a new, slightly obscure word like petrichor, the smell of rain on dry earth. You think, neat. Then, the very next day, you hear it in a documentary. The day after that, it's in a novel you're reading. Then your friend uses it in a text. Suddenly, petrichor is stalking you. It feels like the universe is playing a weird prank, or that you've stumbled upon the secret word of the week. This spooky coincidence isn't the universe messing with you. It's a 2-part brain glitch called the Bader-Meinhof phenomenon, or the frequency illusion. The first part is selective attention. Before you learned the word, petrichor was just meaningless background noise to your brain. It floated past you 100 times, completely ignored. But now that you've officially registered it, your brain has flagged it as important. Your reticular activating system, the brain's bouncer, has added it to the VIP list. Now, it subconsciously scans the world for it. The second part is confirmation bias. Every time you spot the word, your brain triumphantly shouts, "See, there it is again, it really is everywhere," conveniently ignoring the thousands of hours you just spent not hearing it. It's like you've given your brain a new seek and find puzzle. Before, it didn't care about finding red cars. But now that you've told it to look for red cars, it proudly presents every single one it spots, making you think the world has been suddenly flooded with them. The world didn't change at all. Your brain just got a new hobby, and it's dragging you along for the ride. Number 5 is the genius comeback. 2 hours later, you're in a conversation, maybe a lighthearted debate with a friend or a meeting at work. Someone says something, and it's the perfect setup for a legendary, witty retort. You can feel the opportunity hanging in the air. You open your mouth, and your brain, that magnificent supercomputer, serves you absolutely nothing. Just tumbleweeds and the faint sound of crickets. The moment passes. Then 6 hours later, while you're washing dishes, it hits you. The perfect line. A comeback so sharp, so clever, it would have won you the argument, the respect of your peers, and possibly a Nobel Prize in wittiness. But it's too late. The moment is gone forever. This incredibly frustrating experience has a fancy French name, l'esprit de l'escalier, which translates to the spirit of the staircase. It describes thinking of the perfect reply as you're on the staircase, leaving the party. This isn't a sign that your brain is slow. It's a sign that your brain is a panicky mess. During a direct social confrontation, even a friendly one, your brain can slip into a low-grade fight-or-flight mode. It's being flooded with stress chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline. This state is fantastic if you need to lift a car off someone, but it's absolutely terrible for accessing the nuanced, creative parts of your brain responsible for clever wordplay. Your brain has temporarily shut down access to its wit and banter department to redirect all power to the "Are we going to have to fight this person in the parking lot?" department. Later, when you're relaxed and the stress hormones have subsided, the neural pathways to your vocabulary and humor centers are wide open again. The perfect comeback wasn't created then, it was just unlocked. It was there the whole time, your brain just wouldn't give you the security clearance to use it. So don't feel bad. Your brain was just too busy preparing for a hypothetical gladiator match to let you be funny. Number 4 is a glitch for the modern age, the ghost in your pocket. You're just going about your day when you feel it, that specific, unmistakable buzz or vibration from your pocket. A text, an email, a notification that your celebrity crush finally followed you back. You eagerly pull out your phone, only to see a blank, dark screen. Nothing. No call, no alert. Your phone was completely silent. You just hallucinated a text message. Congratulations, you have experienced phantom vibration syndrome, a brain glitch so common it's practically a feature of 21st century life. And no, it's not a sign your phone is haunted. It's a sign your brain has been successfully trained. Over thousands of buzzes, your brain has built an ironclad association. Vibration in upper leg region equals potential social reward. This neural pathway is now so strong and well-worn that your brain has started to get a little trigger-happy. It's actively anticipating the signal. The actual phantom buzz is just your brain misinterpreting other, completely normal sensations. A slight muscle spasm, the fabric of your pants rubbing against your leg, the faint rumble of a truck driving by. These are all tiny bits of sensory static that your brain would normally toss out as junk data. But now, your hypersensitive, notification-starved brain seizes on that random noise and incorrectly flags it as an incoming text. It's a textbook false positive. Your brain's threat, or in this case, reward, detection system is so eager to find a pattern that it starts creating the pattern itself. Essentially, your brain wants a dopamine hit so badly, it's willing to make one up. Number 3 is the brainwashing song. You know how this works. A new song comes out, and the first time you hear it, you recoil in disgust. The melody is annoying, the lyrics are profoundly dumb, and you judge everyone who likes it. This, you declare to anyone who will listen, is objectively bad. But then, it's everywhere. It's in the grocery store, it's in a car commercial, it's playing at the gym. A month passes. You're in your car, it comes on the radio, and you find yourself tapping your finger on the steering wheel. A few weeks later, you might even be caught humming the chorus. You don't hate it anymore. You might actually like it. This slow, unwilling journey from disgust to delight is powered by the mere exposure effect. This is a psychological glitch where our brains develop a preference for things simply because they are familiar. Your brain is, at its core, a lazy creature of habit. Novelty is work. A new song, a new food, a new face, these all require mental resources to process, categorize, and check for potential threats. But familiarity, that's easy. It's predictable, it's safe. Your brain loves the path of least resistance. Think of your brain like a very cautious security guard. The first time it encounters the new song, it flags it as an unknown intruder. But after that song has peacefully passed by the security desk 50 times without causing any trouble, the guard just waves it through. This ease of processing, which psychologists call cognitive fluency, is misinterpreted by your brain as a positive feeling. Hey, your brain thinks, processing that song was really easy. I must like it. So no, you didn't magically develop a new appreciation for the artist's subtle genius. You were just psychologically ground down by repetition until your brain gave in. You've been brainwashed, and the weapon was top 40 radio. Number 2 is your brain's very own external hard drive. Quick question, what's the birthday of your second closest friend? What was the name of that actor in that movie you watched last Tuesday? For most of you, your immediate mental response wasn't the answer itself, but the thought, I could look that up. And because you can look it up so easily, your brain has increasingly decided not to bother remembering it in the first place. Welcome to the Google effect, also known as digital amnesia. This is a modern brain glitch where we are significantly less likely to commit information to memory if we know we can easily access it later. For millennia, our brains had to be our primary storage devices for important data. But your brain is also incredibly efficient, and it has recognized that your phone is a much better encyclopedia than it will ever be. So it has adapted. Instead of using precious neural space to remember the information itself, your brain now prioritizes remembering the path to the information. This is a form of transactive memory, where we outsource our cognitive load to external sources. It used to be a wise elder in the tribe, then it was a library, and now it's that glowing rectangle in your pocket. When faced with a new fact, your brain performs a quick, subconscious cost-benefit analysis. If it concludes that the data is low priority and easily retrievable, it doesn't save the file. It just saves the shortcut. Your long-term memory for the fact is weak, but your memory of "I can Google that" is crystal clear. So no, your memory isn't getting worse. Your brain has just become an expert project manager, delegating all the tedious fact-checking to its unpaid intern. The internet? It's freeing up space for more important tasks, like figuring out what you came into this room for. And at number 1, we have the final boss of brain glitches. This is the big one, the master program running in the background that secretly shapes your opinions, your arguments, and the entire internet as you experience it. It's the reason you get a warm, smart-feeling glow when you read an article you agree with, and a surge of irritation when you see one you don't. It is the king of all cognitive shortcuts, confirmation bias. This is your brain's powerful, deeply ingrained tendency to seek, interpret, and remember information in a way that confirms what you already believe. It's not that you're a deliberately closed-minded person. It's that your brain finds it way easier and more satisfying to process information that fits its existing worldview. When you come across evidence that supports your beliefs, it slides in effortlessly. It generates a pleasant little jolt of dopamine, a reward for being so smart and correct. Your brain gives you a high five for confirming that your model of reality is the right one. But when you encounter information that challenges your beliefs, your brain treats it like an attack. This creates a state of mental discomfort called cognitive dissonance, and your brain will do anything to resolve it. It will instantly become the world's most skeptical critic, searching for tiny flaws in the opposing argument. It will question the source's motives. It will misinterpret the data. Or, in a final act of self-preservation, it will just conveniently forget it ever saw the information at all. Your brain is essentially a biased bouncer at the nightclub of your mind, waving in all the familiar faces and aggressively turning away anyone who looks like they might cause trouble. This glitch is the invisible architect of the echo chambers we all live in. It guides our hands as we click on links that we know will support our side, and it makes us scroll right past the ones that won't. So the next time you feel that rush of satisfaction from seeing your opinion validated, take a second to appreciate the glitch. That feeling isn't necessarily the feeling of objective truth. It's the feeling of your brain rewarding you for making its job easy. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.